Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. I wanted to talk about us hitting 5K. Holy smokes. This train keeps on chugging along. I really appreciate it. Glad that it seems like a lot of you all are enjoying the content, a lot of great feedback. I deeply appreciate the support. Couple of changes we're going to be making. First and foremost, received some feedback last week about the ads that run on my playthrough vids. If you all remember, when I got monetized, I mentioned that I wasn't playing around with those settings at all. I just figured YouTube knows what it's doing and just let YouTube do whatever it's going to do. But one person mentioned that they were trying to watch one of my playthroughs and it just seemed like a ton of ads were coming up the whole time. And when I pulled it up, he was correct. It was an hour video, and I think there were like 10, 15 ads or something like that on it. It was bunched together in a really crazy way. So from now on, I will be manually selecting the ads that come into the video. I figure to keep things simple, I will do one ad every 10 minutes. So it's not necessarily going to be at the 10-minute mark. I'm going to try to place them in a way where it's a clean break for the viewer, but I figure one ad every 10 minutes, that's fair, and at the same time provides a much more pleasurable viewing experience. So my bad for leaving it all natural. I didn't think it would be a problem. Clearly it is. I will take ownership of it and make sure that it's not an issue anymore. Also, just as a FYI, I started a playthrough of Game Deck a couple of weeks ago. I've decided I'm not going to finish that playthrough. I love Game Deck. I actually appreciate the game. I will make a bunch of videos on Game Deck, but I find that I really prefer having just one playthrough at a time on the channel, or at least one playthrough for a particular game. So if it was going to be Pathfinder, maybe I could do two playthroughs is kind of the same. But I feel like the switch up that I want to do, which was the reason why I chose Game Deck, I wanted something completely different from Pathfinder. I feel like my switch up also has to be a game where I'm not playing on the channel. So it's as stress-free for me as possible. I just got through playing Solasta and it was an absolutely fantastic experience. Brought me back to the way video games were before I started the channel. I'm able to burn through them a lot quicker. I'm not reading all the dialogue. So I enjoy reading the dialogue. I enjoy the process that we go through on the channel, but I also still enjoy the way that I used to play video games as well. So I feel like having both of those is much better for my peace of mind than trying to do multiple playthroughs at the same time. I'm just not going to be that type of creator. Once we get through with the Pathfinder playthrough, I am going to put a vote out to the channel so we can all make a decision together about what the next playthrough should be. And I'm pretty much wide open. We can go with current games like Wasteland 3 or Solasta. We can go old school, Dragon Age Origins, Baldur's Gate, whatever you all want to do. I'm totally down for it. Or we could just do another Pathfinder playthrough. But I'll put it to a vote, and whatever you all decide you want to run with, I'll be happy to play it. But we're not going to finish the Game Deck playthrough, at least not for now, unless when the vote comes up, Game Deck ends up being the game that wins. Other than that, circling back to the last channel update video we had, of course, the rebranding has not happened yet. It's one of those things where when you decide you want to do something and your mind is going to be very simple, I'm just going to change the name and going to move forward. But then you actually start thinking through everything that would be involved in that, and it actually becomes much more complicated. I've kind of made the decision that I really enjoy the voice acting aspect of having this channel, and that's something I want to do more seriously, and that I hope to use my channel and the content here as a vehicle to hopefully get more opportunities in that lane. And so when I'm thinking through what I want the name to be, it's kind of in that same vein, because I don't want to choose a name or rebrand the channel in a way that impacts my ability to be involved in those type of opportunities, which is not what I was thinking about when I made the 4K video. So I'm still kind of working through that and trying to figure out what is the way to do this that's going to serve me best. But that rebranding will absolutely still be occurring. Hopefully it'll be done before 6K. We'll see. You all are keeping it moving, keeping it trucking. The community's growing, so maybe not, but I'm going to do everything that I can. Other than that, man, life is fantastic. I hope it's the same for you all. The Disney cruise was amazing. My daughter had so much fun. It kind of sucks not being able to have your kids directly hugging Mickey and Goofy and all the little characters that are running around. They kind of basically have to photobomb your picture that you're already taking because of COVID restrictions. But other than that, just being on the boat and just being able to give my daughter that experience was absolutely amazing. My wife had a good time, but you know, when you're on vacation with your kids, it's not really a vacation. You're spending all your time running back and forth. And we have both my daughter and my niece. So it wasn't necessarily restful for us, but we still definitely enjoyed it. I road tripped up to the Pittsburgh for the Bears game this past week. That was also a phenomenal experience. We lost, but the Bears fought. The Bears fought. Justin Fields, it definitely seems like he's going to be a quarterback that we're going to be sticking with in the future. So, very exciting times here in Chicago. Still employed, still married. My child is healthy. I really got no complaints. So, again, hope it's the same on you all side and that everything's going okay. Appreciate all the support. See you at 6K. Take care.